Well, welcome once again to TraneWreck'D, and I am the wrecked one itself, Coletrane, and on screen right is Shell, and here's the funny part. JJ says she was on her way 40 minutes ago. So go ahead and take your time and come in like in 10-15 minutes, and yeah, I don't know where the hell she is right now. So hopefully she's not laying on the floor somewhere reaching for help, screaming that she can't get up and that the medic alert bracelet ain't working right. Her daughter came in bragging that she's on time and we'll get our shit together. But it was your mama.
Right.
So how is everybody doing? Yeah.
Good. Hey, Ghost.
I tell you what, she looks younger, but sometimes when it comes time to having to get up or walk a distance, we're about the same. Let's see. JJ.
Taking out from State Farm. The turtle's doing good.
Matter of fact, we moved the turtle indoors now because it is just fucking scorching hot out there.
Yeah.
What was it? Last week we broke a record, a dubious record nobody ever wants to break. It was 118 degrees last week, and I wouldn't know because I was inside the whole damn time. It's like winter for us, for y'all in Nebraska. In the wintertime, you keep your ass inside unless you're stupid, and then you go outside and try to cut donuts and run into a tree. But the advantage here is that at night we can still go out and get our shit, and there's no potholes. That is the one. That is one of the 50 things I don't miss about Nebraska at all. Potholes. Anybody that knows Omaha, all the hills and all that kind of shit, it's like a video game. Like those of you Gen Xers that played Frogger, a lot like that. Excuse me, I don't know what the hell's going on with my voice. I've been using it all day long, so I'm all strained and sounding raggedy as fuck. But anyway, neither here nor there. Any of you that played Frogger, it's just like you gotta wiggle in amongst that shit. Pretty much the same thing. Yeah, you can cut grass at night, although if you have grass. We used to, when we first moved in, we had a backyard, but it was like 13 patches of grass and some sprinklers. And when I told the landlord we didn't really need the sprinklers, they took that as, oh, we'll change the whole damn yard. So
we'll just do a desert landscape. Mm-hmm.
I was all excited, like, ooh, desert landscape, that sounds pretty. I thought they were gonna put like sand and like desert flowers and cacti and whatnot. No, they came in with a bobcat full of gravel and just unloaded that shit all over my backyard. So
yep, that pokes your feet.
In the years since then, I've had to lay down carpet and all kind of other shit so I don't break my toes and cut my foots on glass and everything. I don't know what she said. She said she had to go pee or something like that. Anyway, so rocking and sing. Great wrestling news source. Like, subscribe, and share it from the co-host. I appreciate that news source. Yeah, but a shorter name I can go with. Anyway, great wrestling. Thank you for subscribing. We really appreciate that. Billy, see you over there. How you doing, brother? So anyway, as I was saying, you can go out at night and do whatever it is you have to do and not run into these potholes. So what I was getting at is in Omaha, the temperature can be literally 75 degrees today and 0 the next, just depending on what time of year it is. And so the cement just buckles. And like I was saying, it's like playing Frogger. So you really have to watch the people in front of you. If you see somebody veer out all of a sudden, you better veer out right behind them because what's coming is some axle breaking shit.
Mm.
One time, there was I'm not kidding, about that big enough for your entire tire to go into. And had I hit that just right, it would have snapped my axle. Matter of fact, the person behind me, I saw them hit it, and all of a sudden their car just kind of looked like it was like they had to stop because some shit was bent. So, yeah. I guess we can introduce Johnny Come Lately here. She must have missed one of those 13 conveyances that you need to get there between the cart, the buggy, the bus, wheelbarrow, piggyback ride, the ATV, and the broke down donkey named Ruth. From Wymore, Nebraska, tis Miss JJ, Miss Jackson if you nasty. Where the hell were you?
Hi guys, fucking around with my dogs, messing around with the dogs, and I looked up and I was like, "Damn!" Jason said be in there 8:45, and it's 9:02. And then
the funny part too is she had texted me, "I'm on my way, slowly but surely," and it was like what 8:15 at that time.
Yes, and I
was like, "No,
it's laid there for a minute." And you said no rush, so
yeah, but I also said 45.
Yes, I was looking at a clock of any kind, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
And I know you got an Alexa walking around that house.
I have 4 of them.
That doesn't mean anything, though, if you don't ask it what time it is, right?
That's true. I don't have
just like we do with the trash with the kids.
Every I don't Wednesday. Have one that you guys have that shows the time and the weather and all that. I just have the little thing, the little speaker that sits there.
Well, no, see, it does that too. You just tell it that every Wednesday at 8 o'clock your time, get your ass up, get to the computer. It does it for the trash over here,
and it does it for the trash here too. So I'm doing good. Not late, but I'm okay.
Yeah, I think you can. So anyway,
it's a good thing you showed up because Jake, now from State Farm, was about to leave.
I see that. And hello, Billy.
Apparently, I'm not pretty enough for you people no more.
Right.
That's all right. That's all right. Player's age. So, what's been going on down there in Nebraska in the world of J squared?
Well, I heard when I came into the studio, I heard you talking about potholes and stuff.
I was gonna say not pit holes, honey, but yeah.
In your town, and it is construction season in Nebraska, and you know what that means.
That's year round. That's construction season.
But right now, for some reason in Lincoln, they have construction on almost every major street. There's some on O Street. There's some on Normal, on 48th. There's some on Pine Lake, Old Cheney. I'm talking. There's construction everywhere, and the road is closed. So it's like, yeah, you can't get there from here. It's like, and if you don't
know,
a
big project like when Antelope Valley was coming through there?
No, not like that. I think they're trying to spend up the money.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh yeah, that
use it or lose it.
Yep, they got to spend it or lose it. But on the upside, in Nebraska fashion, it should all probably be done before the first Husker game. So there's
yeah.
that.
When is the first game? I know you know it by heart.
I do not this year. Actually, I haven't even looked at a schedule. Can you believe that?
Let's look this up right now. I bet you somebody beats me to it real quick.
That's actually a really good point. Is they do try to do all the streets and make it all pretty for all the out of towners that come in.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say all pretty for them, but they don't know what the hell street lights and shit are. So you got to have it just as idiot proof as possible.
And it's
August
so
28th, Arrowhead Stadium, actually.
Okay. It's so stupid because they do all the construction and then it comes wintertime. So then they got to put salt on it and then scrape it. And guess what that causes? Potholes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You guys, you got to get it together. They need to get their shit together. But
well, they need to take a page from Germany when they built the Autobahn. The reason why you can go 250 miles an hour on that thing without flipping over is because instead of just filling in the cracks, like if there's a 3-inch crack, they will cut a 1 foot square hole out and replace that entire thing to make it as smooth as possible. Otherwise, can you imagine hitting a pothole at 150, 200 miles an hour?
Are you allowed to go that fast?
On the Autobahn, there is no limit.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. There's no limit.
And then there's Porsches and there's German-made cars that are made to go that fast.
I don't know if I'd want
that shit would hit 120 and just start violently shaking until things.
I don't know if I'd want to go that fast. I don't know if
that would make me nervous at my age.
Me too.
Yeah.
I used to be into, well, not speed, but like jumping off of shit, circles, flying off things didn't bother me until, God, I want to say
until your ass got hit one time.
Well, it was mid-30s. I got on a swing, and just that back and forth of that swing, I started getting sick. Like, oh shit, that is old people right there. Remember, we used to get as high as humanly possible, and then like, the highest level you jumped off. Because let's see, Pioneer Park had sand, and Hazel Abel Park had that rubbery ass. Way before all the other safety measures in every other playground, they were the first to have rubber.
Yep.
So we would get airborne and touch the branch and shit and land and sprain our ankles. And,
no way. I'd probably break both of my femurs if I tried to jump off of this.
Girl, you imagine that snapping sound?
Be like, oh no, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Literally.
We were making that joke before you got on. I don't know if you heard us.
I did not.
But you know what? Talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna go try to clear my throat because this literally feels like I swallowed a bunch of glass and sand and chased it down with some barbed wire. So I will be right back.
That's no good.
No, not at all. How was your week?
It was better than last week.
Good.
So there's that. It's not quite as hot and muggy here, so it's okay. But
yeah, today wasn't as hot, but it's actually kind of humid because it's monsoon season, and so places around us they're raining, but of course we haven't got any rain. But I'm sure that Coletrane will probably go over the adventure that we had yesterday, but I will start it.
I was going to ask what happened with the ceiling.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. So I don't know how quickly this happened because I got off work late, walked out of the office, which is across from our bedroom, and went into our bedroom, and one of our daughters came in. They're like, what is that on the ceiling? And it was right above our staircase. And I looked out there, and this thing is bubbling like a boob. Like,
oh no.
I mean, it is a huge bubble. And so Coletrane's like, well, and it was dripping too. And so he decided to poke a hole in it just to get all the water out, and it just flooded out. And so then the paint was kind of hanging down, obviously. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, probably within maybe 5 minutes, we just heard boom, and all of the drywall around it fell down. So there's a ginormous hole in our ceiling. And so we had one guy come over and look at it, and he did whatever he did. And then he had 2 kids come over to patch up the drywall area and hooked up some humidifiers or dehumidifiers and dryers and stuff like that. They were here till past 1 o'clock in the morning working on that stuff. Yeah. And
has it been raining there?
no, it's because we got a brand new air conditioner, and
Oh,
constantly running because it's so fucking hot here.
yeah.
And they said that the air conditioner pan overflowed, and so that's what's causing it. So they patched it all up, and they came over earlier today to do something, and they hooked up an actual blower to dry it out. They said it'd probably take about 3 to 5 days to completely dry all the insulation and everything. Well, it's now dripping from it again because it's overflowing again. So I'm not sure what they're going to have to do to get this fixed, but we're kind of technically just at the beginning of summer. So I can't imagine having to go through all of this for the rest of the summer.
Yeah, they're going to have to get a bigger pan for the air conditioning.
I have no idea. Or figure out some drainage that will go outside the house or something.
Or down the yeah, that's insane.
And it's right in the middle of our house too. Because I told Coletrane when I first noticed him, like, I have no idea what that's from because we haven't had any rain. What the hell could this be from? And then when he called the maintenance place, they said it was probably the pan for the air conditioner because it's been constantly running. And Coletrane mentioned earlier that it got up to 118 earlier last week. So, and we turned it down-ish or kind of off for a little bit. And I was sweating my ass off when I was working in the office today because we didn't want it to be constantly running. But it got up to 92 degrees in here. I was so hot.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I would have. Oh,
yeah.
I would have been yelling at somebody because it makes me cranky.
Yeah, it didn't take very long to get that hot either. And it took at least an hour for it to get down just to 86. So, yeah, it's going to be warm.
They're going to have to do something because that's not going to work at all.
And I don't want additional damage to the house done either, because it's already kind of damaging not only the ceiling, obviously, but the carpet, since it's dripping. We have a bucket on there, but I don't know. Yeah.
Now, when did you switch to where your office is upstairs?
Probably about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe.
So
that's right. It was downstairs when you were here last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Gabrielle,
Adriana and I switched rooms.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I heard you guys talking about that ceiling. So it was with me, and first of all, I won't pull her on; she'll be all embarrassed. But because some comments tend to get past us, like some of those comments last week, I ain't dropping no names because I don't want your dicks getting hard that you got mentioned on YouTube. But anyway, we do have a new engineer / comment filterer / screener. Christy Nix is backstage, and she says hello.
Hello.
And when she figures out how to put her avatar together, we'll be able to put her on and hear her speak. But anyway, it was when I was speaking to you guys yesterday, JJ. Remember I said, somebody said, let's come out and look at the ceiling, so I better go.
Yes.
Okay, well, here is from beginning to end. So when I went out there, this is after I poked the hole in it. So it just looked like a big old titty up there. See how it's there it is from that. That's a real boob right there. Right there.
Is that a light fixture right beside it?
No, that was the smoke detector, which just a couple of days had gone to the end of its life, where it did the Phoebe on us, where it was like no matter what you were doing, like that fucker kept beeping. I took the battery out, still beeping. So what you have to do, by the way, is hold that button until it just strangles itself out. It's like to sleep.
Good to know.
Yeah. Then it turned into that.
Oh.
And then that. And then I thought I had the big giant collapse.
No, I hope
But
so.
anyway, that whole big square area just fell. All the what do you call that?
Insulation.
Shit? Insulation, everything just came down.
Oh.
And it was just like, you seen the movie The Money Pit, right?
Yes. Yes.
It was exactly like that.
Yeah. And I mean, dust, insulation. My throat is still sore just from all of the dust and everything.
Well, that explains my voice, I guess.
Could be.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah. Thank God Gabby was home because she really, really helped. Well, both the girls really helped with cleaning up, but
I just screamed.
Gabby used to be a cleaner. She used to clean houses. So she is like deep cleaning. And I'm like, you don't need to clean that much because we're going to have people come over and fix all of this and they're going to create more of a mess. So I'd hate for you to put all this work and energy into it to have them, mess it up again. But they had their dry vac, and I mean, it looked better when they left than we had done our job. So, but they're still going to have to come back several times because it's still accumulating water.
That is insane.
It is.
And I'm glad you guys were home. What would have happened if nobody was home?
That's exactly what I told him.
Like, thank God somebody was home.
Right.
Every time there's a disaster, at least somebody is around to catch that disaster. I'm about tired of it, though.
I'd
like to go 3 months with 0 disasters.
That kind of shit right there makes me go, do I really want to own a house?
That's exactly what I was thinking, too. Because that would
There's no guy to call for me.
Right.
Like,
every end of the lease, though, there's always that, like, you're praying, please don't raise it. So that's what you get out of owning it. You know what you're paying throughout, unless your taxes go up.
True.
And then if you do that, you just you challenge that shit like we did. Remember, they raised our taxes like $20,000 a year. And so we staged that house to look like a piece of shit. We put like brown, like orangey brown, rusty shit that we put down the poles and stuff. We made the ceilings look all like water damaged. We found like the most fucked up parts of each part of the house, and took pictures. So we took that because you have to go to like a courtroom and present your evidence and all this and that. And after they saw that, they reversed their decision.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Well,
I tell everybody, challenge that shit.
I might have to get them to come, and I don't have to stage it. I told you when we bought it, it's a fixer-upper.
Oh, yeah.
I do have running water in my bathroom sink now.
Nice.
Most people don't have to brag about that.
I know, but it was like 2 years we didn't have running water in the bathroom sink. We had the shower and stuff, but not the bathroom sink. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? We finally got it fixed. The floor's down. Everything is good. And all we have to do is put the trim around the door and it should be done.
Wow. That's
awesome.
awesome.
I know, after waiting for so long,
and it feels like it's going to take forever. And then it's like, well, that wasn't that long. But
yeah, the guy was here for like
sense of
6 hours. He was here for like 6 hours. That's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, and nobody could do that. And no, I couldn't find anybody out here to do it because Arya's other grandma had done the plumbing hookups and she moved some stuff around, I guess. I don't know. But then any plumber that I called, they were like, nope, somebody else capped it. We won't touch it.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I just need you to check out toilets. I have a toilet here. I've got a brand new toilet. I just want you to switch it out. Nope, we won't do that.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Was it because it'll fuck up the guarantee or what?
No, they just didn't want to do it because I guess like a mechanic fixing somebody else's work. Something like
yeah.
that. Like they're not sure it was done right. I don't know. But whatever it was,
That
it
all
was
comes down to live.
everybody in this area. And they were all like, nope, we can't do it. We're not going to do it.
Why in the hell you want to go outside?
Everybody's afraid of a lawsuit.
Is it
Yeah.
because she wasn't licensed, or was she licensed?
She is not. The gentleman that she had come out with her to do it, he is.
Oh,
You go outside.
But it was hard getting them out here because once he came out here, then he was like, that's a long drive. That's a really long drive. You can't just
You know
leave
that
my
when you
bathroom
on the
halfway
GPS?
and not come back.
right.
Like, you can't do that. And then it was like, oh, he'll be out this weekend. No, Marty. He'll be out next weekend. No, Marty. He'll be out next weekend. No, Marty. Finally, I was like, to hell with this.
And Marty.
I was like, to hell with this. I'm going to see if I can find somebody, anybody. And I actually found a gentleman that is a jack of all trades. So for a lot of the crap that we need done in this house, he's going to be there to do that.
That's awesome.
And we got new doors, new front door and back door
Nice.
on our house. So,
Get it.
you know, little by little, we're getting it done.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, whoever that is. That your mama?
Yeah, yes. I can't see you. You're not in there. See?
Hey, mama.
Lean
Hey,
in.
and
Lean
what's
in.
your lady's name?
Her name
Chanel.
is
Shell.
Michelle.
Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle.
You had projects on that one.
Lean in.
I am leaning in.
You got to lean. There you go.
There you go. How you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling fine. How are you with your fine ass?
Can't complain. If I did, nobody would listen though, right?
No problem, Michelle. I ain't trying to take your man.
No worries at all. I know he's fine.
But he's just fine.
Oh, y'all
He
get
said, I know he's fine. No lack of women telling him that. Look at his head. How big it is.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, okay, y'all have a good night.
Oh, you too. Thanks for popping in.
Yep, no problem.
Speaking of which, if this damn thing loads up, I will show you with the. Oh, here we go. Okay, some of the upcoming episodes this coming season because I always forget them, so I just did them all on one page. So here we go. So a lot more mystery type shit. As you saw, there was the Circleville letters and the toxic woman. I can tell you right offhand, the toxic woman is a really strange story. Basically, she was a woman in a hospital, and everybody that came in contact with her just got ill.
Oh, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. It's almost like she was the first person that had COVID or something.
Something like that. But yeah, the symptoms were a lot weirder than all that.
Mm.
And there was another one called the Overton Bridge Dogs. Not a great story, but it's interesting. Okay, so let's get started with today's story, which was the Vanished in the Vatican Shadows. And since I knew my voice was going to be a piece of shit, I did a pre-recorded segment so that way we can talk about it after the fact. So kick back, relax, and here is the story of I can't remember her name, Emanuela Orlandi. That's her name. Vanished at the Vatican.
They say the Vatican holds its secrets, but some are buried so deep, even God's house won't answer for them. Today, we're heading deep into the heart of the Vatican, a place known for secrets, power, and unspoken deals. But one of its most haunting secrets has remained unsolved for over 40 years. This is the story of Emanuela Orlandi, a 15-year-old girl who vanished in 1983. A disappearance tangled in a web of politics, crime,
1983. Emanuela Orlandi, a typical teenager living within Vatican City, was running late to her music lesson in Rome. She called her sister, explained she might be home later than usual, and hung up. That would be the last confirmed time anyone heard from her. Witnesses later report seeing a mysterious green BMW following her near the bus stop. Another said a man offered her a job selling Avon cosmetics. But none of these leads stuck. Emanuela simply vanished. The Orlandi family immediately launched a desperate search, but within days, it became clear they were up against something much larger than a missing persons case. As the investigation unfolded, theories began exploding. Some said she was kidnapped by the Grey Wolves, a Turkish extremist group, in an attempt to force the Vatican to release Mehmet Ali Agea, the man who tried to assassinate Pope John II. Others believed the Vatican Bank was involved. The bank was under intense scrutiny at the time for alleged money laundering and mafia ties. Could Emanuela have been used as a bargaining chip? It gets even weirder. In 2005, a Vatican exorcist claimed that Emanuela had been abducted for sex parties involving members of the Vatican's inner circle. Then in 2012, an Italian gangster's tomb was opened, and inside were hundreds of unidentified bones, sparking new rumors that she had been killed by the mafia and buried in secret. The Vatican's response? Mostly silence. In fact, it wasn't until 2019 that the Vatican finally agreed to open 2 tombs in the Teutonic Cemetery, based on an anonymous tip that Emanuela might have been buried there. Both tombs were empty. No bodies, no trace, just more questions. For 4 decades, the Orlandi family has pushed relentlessly for answers. Her brother Pietro Orlandi became the face of the fight, accusing the Vatican of stonewalling and hiding the truth. He's walked the streets with posters. He's gone on television. He's begged popes for honesty. Each time, the Vatican either denies knowledge or remains frustratingly quiet. In 2023, 40 years after her disappearance, the Vatican finally reopened the case. But is it too late? Is the evidence gone? Or has the truth always been right behind those guarded Vatican walls? Right, so far,
That is weird.
Yeah.
that's some Da Vinci Code shit, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know what was weirdest to me? Was I knew Vatican was a city. I didn't know people lived there that weren't part of like the clergy and all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was like a community.
I didn't know that either. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know they had like just cribs and went to school and all that kind of stuff. So I learned something new there. But yeah, there's just, and first of all, I mean, 83, I was only 5. But you figure I would have heard something like this about some dude that wanted to, poison Pope John Paul and some girl disappeared. Because I mean, you figure out all this shit you see on Hulu, somebody would have covered that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was 10 and I don't remember hearing anything about that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, granted, social media and all that stuff is not.
We didn't have the 24-hour news cycle either.
But that story wasn't something they talked about in school. It wasn't something that they talked about on the grown-up news, because
Right.
that is unbelievable. And then why the empty tombs? Why would they open them if they were empty? Like, did they know they were? That's just weird.
And that's the thing with a lot of religions, though. It's like as you go deeper, Scientology, Mormonism, Catholicism, the ones with the big corporate offices and multi-billion dollars of cash flow, where there's a lot of money, there's a lot of shit going on too.
Yep.
I don't care how pious you call yourself, or if you're God's people or whatever, money corrupts. Like, everybody has their price, regardless of everybody saying, "Oh no, I couldn't be bought to do blah blah blah." There's a number that's going to tempt you.
There's a number for me.
Yep. And once they tempt you with that number, and they start kind of tempting your morality to where you might do something you wouldn't have normally done for that number.
Yep.
So I know you said you hadn't watched the Da Vinci Code, and when did we watch? Did we watch it together, Shell? Were we together, or was that?
No.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't remember when it came out, but my new obsession has been the show Cold Case. I don't know if you ever watched that, but it was.
I watched that years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, I still watch it.
Yeah. And so I started from the beginning, and I'm already in season 7, which is the last season. But one thing I didn't realize is I knew in the Catholic religion you would go to confessional, and the priest is not supposed to tell people what you say and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they would hold that so confidential that they wouldn't even tell the cops. Like, there was an episode about that where they were trying to get a priest to admit to either doing the crime or somebody that came into the church right after they did the crime, and the priest is like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like that safe haven law.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was, which is creepy as hell, because that means that somebody can go into a church after they commit a crime and confess their sins, but the police or whoever,
they walk out, so they're trapped in that church for the rest of their lives if they want to escape. So better hope there ain't no fire or some shit, or the building don't just blow down, shit like that. Shell, you were wrong. The Da Vinci Code came out in 2006. There's no way it wasn't you I watched it with.
Oh.
It was a long ass movie. It was like 3 hours.
And it was a long ass book too.
Oh God,
we need to watch it again then.
Maybe I need to watch it.
We gotta watch it in 2 pieces though, because that shit is long. And it's like you have to really be on the ball from beginning to end, because there's shit like middle end that ties into some shit like second to the beginning that ties into the last. It's just everything is just interwoven, and so the author was a fucking genius.
Oh yeah.
And the way Tom Hanks played it, like, that was a physical ass role.
Oh yeah.
But in its way, it was kind of scary, because of how realistic it is.
Scary. I thought the book was scary.
Oh yeah, but when you actually see it, shit. It's just, it just really makes you think. So let's go on to part 2, if I can find. Oh, here we go. This one's only about a minute long.
Maybe the Vatican knows. Maybe they've always known. And maybe, just maybe, some ghosts aren't meant to rest. To this day, people debate, was she a political pawn, a victim of organized crime, or caught in the shadows of Vatican scandal? One theory even suggests that Emanuela may have been trafficked and is still alive, her identity erased. The Vatican says they want the truth. The family says the Vatican is the truth. Some secrets rot in silence. Others get louder with time. Emanuela's story, it still echoes in those stone halls. The disappearance of Emanuela Orlandi remains one of the Vatican's deepest unsolved mysteries. A girl who walked out into a summer evening and became a ghost story in real time. Maybe the walls don't talk, but the silence, it screams.
So
that's great.
Still unsolved as of yet, but theories are still persistent. And as I was looking this up, I think I lost it, but let me go back real quick. What was his name? Pietro Orlandi.
So this was in what year did you say? 1980.
89. Oh, I thought you. Oh yeah, I said I was 10.
The year of our Lord, 1983.
83. She was 15. So how old would she be now? In her 50s, right?
60.
Yeah, add 5 to 47.
$57.
I'll say that's an awkward amount of time.
I had to use my calculator.
I was just waiting for one of y'all to say the answer. Somebody knew it right off the top.
I can't think that much. I mean, there's calculators nowadays. I don't use my brain.
I get that. That's terrible. Our internet went out the other night, and Tyra and her girls were here, and our internet was out. And nothing worked. I was like, damn, we have got to stop depending on the internet.
Right? I know.
Crazy.
Alexa, streaming,
TV.
Yeah.
I have lamps in my living room. That, I was like, do these work without? Nope.
Once your internet goes out, you are so fucked and you don't realize it.
Right?
Until it happens. And then her kids
you take it so for granted.
Yeah, her kids were like, Mom, can I watch your phone? Mom, can I? Well, we still had, our phones, and they had data, but no internet,
Right.
So it was, I want to watch your phone. It was like, nope. It's like, can I do this?
Get a book. Let's play a game.
Yeah. Like their shit wasn't connected to the internet. They did give them hotspots so they could watch stuff later, but we made them suffer for a while.
I was going to say that was for your own sanity, probably.
Yes, it was.
I'm going to address something just real fast. I'm going to address it quick, and we're going to get past it.
Okay.
I saw the comment, boss man. The name of the fucking show is TraneWreck'D. I am Coletrane. Bolin is not on this show. When I'm on Bolin's show, that's a whole different goddamn character. When you come over here, you keep your fucking mouth shut about him. You keep your fucking mouth shut about the Filipinos. You keep your fucking mouth shut about that show. Are we understood? Because the next time I see something, you're fucking banned for life. Boss man says that, right? Well, Coletrane says, get your ass in gear before I kick you the fuck out of here forever. All right.
That's exactly why I deleted that comment.
Yeah. No, I saw it a long time ago. I was going to address it. But don't come over here thinking that you're going to run the show that you're entertaining your fucking self. Get your own goddamn show that nobody will watch and, do what you do over there. But we already know what's going on that other side. You guys are dangerously on thin ice right now. So keep fucking with me. Because you think I'm a good guy just because I'm over there and I play Mr. Nice Guy. I'm second fiddle over there. I'm the man over here. So don't fuck with me. Moving on. All right. So what else you guys think about what are your theories about where she may be? Do you think she's trafficked like some of them say? Do you think
that's what I was wondering.
It has to be, or like they said, just used for certain men, because the Pope, and does he have
powerful men?
Disciples? Does he have disciples, or are they?
There's cardinals, there's bishops.
Okay, well, none of them are supposed to be having sex outside.
Right, they're supposed to be celibate.
So it would not surprise me if there was a whole team of women down there.
Yep, and underground.
and just locked them into that.
Yeah.
But you know,
Like,
and I
oh,
don't
no,
care
well.
what anybody says. Scientifically, humans, unless you're completely asexual, there are, there are exceptions to the rule. But humans require sex. We're hardwired for that. Food, shelter, breathing, sex. That's all ingrained in us. So when you take that away from somebody, like you take away something that's actually scientifically required to help you survive, they're going to find ways around that. That's why there's so many alcoholic priests. That's why there's so many, priests who are doing things they shouldn't be doing with little boys. And it's not because they're gay. That's their only access to another human being, the altar boys.
Yep.
And a lot of this is based on shit that's so archaic. It had to do with land, and the priest getting married and the wife being able to take, the treasures of the religion or what have you. And, but that was, God, thousands upon thousands of years ago. It's the same thing as like people now that have like 9 kids and shit. That's selfish. You ain't got no damn ranch that you're running. Back then, you were giving birth to ranch hands.
Right.
You're just giving birth to a bunch of motherfuckers that everybody else is paying for. Because you can't tell me, unless you're independently wealthy, that you can take care of 8, 9, 10 kids.
Mm-hmm.
You can't financially. There is absolutely no way you can give them the individualized attention that they need.
Exactly.
I have 2 kids, and splitting my time between them, and sometimes overlapping and whatever, but it's a chore to give so much attention to just 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And then my whole thing too is once you get past 3 and 4, them odds go up that one sour is about to pop out.
It's just a matter of time.
Think about every family of 5, one of them motherfuckers has been to prison or been to jail several times, or is the alcoholic, or is the one that just never has any money, or was always borrowing from somebody or something.
Once
you get past that 4, some sourness starts kicking in because somebody's not getting the attention they need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And usually somebody in the middle.
Yeah. But, my cousin has got, 8, 9 kids? 8 kids?
At least 8. One of them.
And so my parents went to visit them not that long ago. And this was right after they had this, not the last one, but before they had the last one, I believe. And my mom was saying that the oldest one is just expected to take care of the younger ones. And she is so over it that she's just like, I don't give a shit what these kids are doing. So it's the second one in line that actually steps up and takes care of the younger kids. And the parents are just so like, blah, da, 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 because they're so over having all these kids, and they homeschool.
Oh, Lord.
Kids are home all the time, except for when they have a couple of, get-togethers with other kids or whatever. But, I mean, it's like chaos over there. And, I mean, I don't like the loudness, I can't imagine just having chaos constantly.
Well, that's something we're going to get into in another episode too, the whole homeschooling.
Wait, you said they're friends of your parents.
No, they're my cousins.
Oh, they're your cousins. I was
my
like,
cousins.
They're friends of your parents.
No.
Which makes them that age, and they're still, I was a little confused.
Yeah.
No, they're, as parents, they're younger than us. They're like Gen Zers. No, millennials. The millennials. Okay. More than like or some shit like 81.
80 or 81 was when the dad was born. My cousin was born.
Gotcha.
And so they had 1 kid before we moved here, and they've had the rest of their tribes since we've lived here. So they've had 7 kids in a 13-year span.
That's just too many damn kids,
right?
At that point,
that's just too many.
Well, and then his sister, it's like they're in competition for everything, including spitting kids out. Apparently, how many does she have?
5, I think.
At
5 or
least
6.
5 or 6, yeah. So that family went from just having 3 kids to all of a sudden 18 grandkids.
Mhm.
Because there's 3, 16 at least.
So they got 8, 6. So that's
3.
14, right? And then Brian has the third one's on the way.
Yeah, so 19.
Yep.
Damn.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's too many people. Woo.
I used to tease my grandma because she had 9 kids, but that wasn't so weird back.
That was common then.
Back then,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Back in those days, that wasn't so weird.
Especially if they were farmers.
Like
As I
now.
was saying, you was making ranch hands back then.
Yes.
Mhm. Yep.
Yep.
All right, well, it's time to go through all the addresses and the whatnots and everything because I'm kind of tired of being on here.
Almost been an hour.
So, there we go. So, as you get our banners up there, if you'd like to get in touch with me on Instagram, it is Instagram.com/Jaded_Coletrane. Please look at how Coletrane is spelled. It is spelled like Michael Cole, because I know you're a bunch of wrestling fans in here. And it is spelled like the drivetrain engine, Coletrane. I can't tell you how many different ways I've seen this shit spelled. And some of them are actually pretty creative. I gotta give it to you. If you want to get in touch with the show itself, on Instagram, TraneWreck'D. It's Instagram.com/TraneWreck_D. Again, please look at the spelling. It is train like drivetrain _D. If you want to talk to the company, Stutter Stammer, go to Jaded Zen Entertainment on Facebook. So Facebook.com/Jaded Zen Entertainment. Easy enough. And if you're on Facebook watching us right now, you should scoot on over to YouTube. Watch us at youtube.com/@JadedZen. There's a lot more content over here than there is on Facebook. And it's just more fun over here. Once you're here, make sure you go down to that bottom right corner. There's a square that says subscribe. If your account says subscribe already, do not hit that because it will unsubscribe you. If it says subscribe, hit the button and it will subscribe you. So you'll be part of the coolest bunch of kids in the round. Jay Fublade said he has 6 kids to 3 different women. My child support payments are through the God damn.
I read that and I don't know where he lives, but I sure hope it's not Nebraska.
What state are you in, Jay?
Because they be cracking
Sounds
the
like
head
it
in
hurts.
Nebraska.
Oh my God. It's, you know, and I know women will be all mad, but for real, those are some unfair ass numbers they throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's like, because if you lived with that child, ain't no way you spending that amount of money that you're pulling out.
Maybe
So,
you might spend that much one month, but the next month you're not going to spend quite that much money.
I knew one girl who was actually, she was really cool to her ex because the court said like $750 a month. And she was like, I don't need that much. She said, cut that in half and, you know, that's all I need. And then he takes care of, like, you know, they work together.
Yeah.
You know, he took care of sports stuff, you know, they co-parented on the hospital, but, you know, hospital bills and shit like that. But, you know, to me, that was cool because some women will still take advantage of that and it becomes their money.
Right.
So it's like, why you got that child payment mobile all of a sudden?
Right. Child payment mobile.
Yeah, boy, you know, some women are trifling with that shit.
That's the thing is,
that pisses me off. Even as a woman, that pisses me off because that's some trifling shit to do, and it all is rooted in the fact that the dad doesn't want to be with you. I don't know who fucked up or what
Sour
happened,
grapes.
but it's all rooted in sour grapes, and you can't say any different because the more you try to hurt the dad, the more you hurt that child.
Right.
People hurt people.
And they don't get it. Dads are as important as moms.
Absolutely.
They are.
Whether
And
you're a girl or a boy, because a boy needs a
think
man
there
in his
should
life
be
to teach him how to be a man, and a woman needs a man in his life to teach her how a man should treat her.
Right.
You know, you gotta find, if you got a good daddy, you gotta find a man that that treats you the way your daddy treats your mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's always been my general rule of thumb. And if they fall short of that, you ain't got the right dude.
Yep.
And that's why I raised single kids.
There you go.
But I know better now. I know better.
Yeah, you know, it's funny how hindsight's 2020. Tyra cracking up over it.
Yep.
So real quick, because I can't remember all these titles and dates again, I'm going to pull up this screen. It lasts 20 seconds. So look at the next few shows, mark down which ones you really want to hit. It should be all of them. But if one really interests you and you want a little bit more information about it, go ahead and DM me at Facebook or Instagram, either one. Or you can do either one of the pages, TraneWreck _D on Instagram or Jaded Zen Entertainment on Facebook. So
on Facebook, usually you get me.
Yeah, it's usually JJ over there howling at you. So here comes the next few episodes. Right, so we got it all the way until September 3rd. So I've been putting that wake in. I want to thank everybody who tuned in tonight. Jake, not from State Farm, but from somewhere else. The GOAT, Serve Up Sing Services, who shows up every week. We appreciate. Tyra, baby, we appreciate you. Billy Boy, always coming in. Emma, who is one of our newest fans and very enthusiastic fan at that. We appreciate you, honey. Jay Fu, man, I hope that job is paying off like it's supposed to, and that you got a side. I feel for you, my brother. But anyway, remember, every Wednesday night, same time, same place. If you are on the East Coast, it's 10 o'clock p.m. If you're in Nebraska, it's 9 o'clock p.m. If you're in Arizona, California, or any place like that, it's 7 o'clock p.m., which means Mountain Time is 8. Hope I didn't go too fast for all y'all. But anyway, for Lady Shell, for JJ, for myself, I will say see you next week. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you, what else they got to do? They got to comment. Hit that thumbs up, click the bell, and we will see you next week.